am heading to the flower farm for a work day with my mom today. I brought along my sourdough that I started this morning because you can't miss those stretch and folds. If you make sourdough, you know how that is. And since it is a more drawn out process, I found that it works best to just incorporate it into whatever I'm doing. If that means bringing it to work, that's what we do. I'm starting by picking some flowering oregano. This stuff is so gorgeous as a filler for bouquets or honestly just on its own. Not to mention it smells amazing and it may inspire you to cook something Italian. I'm stripping off all the leaves and we're going to save them back to dry and maybe use later on in some cooking. I'm thinking it would be really amazing to add to marinara sauce once we get into canning. We have a roadside stand where we sell farm fresh bouquets, dried arrangements, and wreaths, and so I'm opening that up for the day. I also tend to do personal work for my mom on these work days, just helping around with general things she needs done. Most of the time that's cooking a meal so that she doesn't have to on busy work days. Today I am picking green beans for them. I'm honestly so jealous that they have them already. I planted my garden a little late, so mine won't be ready for a while. Not to mention we've had a pesky animal coming in and devouring a lot of ours, so I'm a little skeptical about what we're even gonna get, but my parents' green beans are thriving. I have picked probably about a third of that garden bed and we already have a bowl full. But I'm going to take a break and go ahead and head inside and get started on making lunch for all of us. On the lunch menu today is going to be corn chip salad. Okay, we are back home and it is time to shape my sourdough loaves. It really rose a lot. I'm hoping I didn't overproof it, but I feel like with sourdough, you just kind of have to go with your timeline in your day. I didn't really have time to shape these earlier, so even if it's a little overproofed, it's still probably gonna be a good loaf. And also, I did not have my linen cover for my Banneton. I have no idea where it went. So we're just doing like a little linen napkin in there and a bowl with a towel. So I just want to say you don't have to have all the cute fancy things to make sourdough. Those tools are nice and fun, but you can kind of use what you have at home. I feel like the only thing you really need is a kitchen scale because it's super important to be measuring out the exact weights of ingredients. And I really like having a bench scraper if you're going to be making more than one loaf. That's just my 2 cents if you're thinking about getting started on making sourdough loaves. And love.
Bench scraper and love.
Keegan says we need a bench scraper and love for our sourdough. Your heart's gotta be in it or it's gonna fail. I don't know. It is crazy how the weather can kind of change because this feels just pretty sticky and a little bit more wet. And I feel like it's because summer, the humidity. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this works out. Anyways, I'm just gonna cut this in half because I'm making 2 loaves today. See, this thing's just nice for that. Okay, this next step, I guess I'm just gonna do my little shaping tutorial in case you are interested. So I'm going to pull up on one side and tuck it in the middle, pull up on another side, tuck it in the middle, this side, so basically the 4 sides. Okay, so now it's kind of been slightly shaped. This part's really fun. So I'm gonna turn it around and now we're just gonna kind of build some tension in the dough. So I'm just gonna pull it towards me to kind of just give it that spring. All right, I feel like I had to work a little harder with this one. Maybe it is with the climate, it's just not as, it might be laying a little bit flatter if it's a little bit wetter. Once I kind of got a little spring in it, I feel like you can kind of feel when it's done. It starts to like toughen up, like you can already tell it's becoming a bigger, taller ball. I normally do not work this long on it, but this one just really needed, oh, it's starting to get it. You can just feel it starting to like build some pressure. Guys, it's so fun. Okay, I'll be done with that. So I'm going to take, this is my smaller bowl, so I'll do this. And I'm just gonna flour the towel that's in there pretty well because I feel like I've had issues with them sticking. I'd rather it just be a little bit more floured. And you want to do this side, the like pretty side, down, so like the seam side up. So I'm gonna pull it up and then dump it down. So there we have our first one, and then I'm going to repeat that with my second, but I won't bore you by doing it again. All right, the last step. Now that I have these shaped and in their bowls and banneton, they're gonna go in the fridge to proof overnight so that I can bake them in the morning. So I'm just sticking them in a grocery bag. Just stick them in and tie it, but I try to like leave some room up there so it's not sticking to the dough. All right, and into the fridge they go. Rest well. We will hope for the best. All right, let's do our best to ignore the mess going on in the kitchen table. You know, it's just a good storage spot and it can accumulate a lot of clutter, but we've all been there, okay? So don't judge. There's Keegan back there. I think he might be studying his lines because Keegan and I this week have been part of our church VBS and we have been on the drama crew, which has been really fun. It's felt really busy to have this going on every night and trying to like study lines. This is our last night and we have like an opening and closing skit. So we need to study hard, study those lines, but I have so enjoyed doing this. We actually haven't had a church VBS in several years, so it's been really good for our church just to come together and put this on for the kids, and I've loved it. But it has felt a little bit overwhelming at times and busy, but I think it's just this time of year in general. I'm sure that you can relate. I feel like I didn't film a whole lot today. I kind of started out strong-ish, and then I just felt like I wasn't being super productive. You guys are kind of distracting. I'm not as quick with work when I'm filming. So there's that. So I was trying to like not take up too much of my mom's time and actually get some stuff done. So that's why I didn't film a whole lot. But anyways, that is what we're doing tonight. Keegan and I just need to study our lines. I honestly don't think that I'm gonna vlog tonight. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know if I feel comfortable like bringing the vlog camera to church with all the kids. I know it would be kind of fun. I don't know, would it? You tell me, but I don't think I'm gonna do it, so I'm really sorry. But that's our plan for tonight, and I might vlog a little bit yet tonight, or else I will catch you guys in the morning. Good morning. We are headed to Jayla's house because I'm gonna have like a little brunch with my friends. So I think we're just gonna do like egg sandwiches, some scones, lattes, that sort of thing. So should be a fun little time with some girlfriends. I I can't drink coffee. It makes me really jittery and anxious, so instead I did an adrenal cocktail for myself. If you've been around my channel, you know this is my new favorite drink. I'm obsessed. I make mine with collagen powder for added nutrients and protein, some mineral sea salt, and I mix that in with coconut water. Then I add some orange juice and I'm topping it off with some fresh raw milk and making a mess while we're at it. But this is seriously so good. I intended to have a productive day doing a little baking and weeding my garden, and that may have made for an interesting vlog as well, but instead we ended up spending the whole day at Jayla's. We went for a walk, watched some homemaking videos on YouTube just to inspire ourselves, and just had some really good chats. We spent the evening just having a nice summer grill out, and it was a really good evening with friends, the perfect way to end the week.